You just want a moment, I create the wave. You flex on stories, I'm booked backstage. Big mood, no caption, still engaged. All them little comments just fuel the flame. Talk soft, but I walk real bold. Can't rent this vibe, this soul.
Hey guys, you're back with Samara Renee, and if you are a woman that is on her GLP-1 journey and also trying to get her life together, this is your channel. Let me give you guys a quick GLP-1 update. So far so good. I'm in week 3. I think I've been doing a pretty good job this week. I haven't had much symptoms other than just fatigue, and that fatigue usually will just come up if I don't get enough water or enough protein. And I just been hitting it really hard. I do feel like I am seeing a difference in my belly region, which is great. I am finished with that. I have one more shot, then I'm gonna start my month 2 next week. So yeah, just staying consistent with my workouts. I'm really pushing myself with the weights, which has been really helpful, and maintaining that muscle. And this past weekend, usually like the weekends are when I sit around and I have more time to think and I eat, and I'm more like emotionally eating. And I was not very hungry this weekend, which is very unusual. So I forced myself to eat, kind of, sort of. So I just wasn't like super hungry on a weekend. It was really weird. So I was a little bit more hungry on Saturday. So it really hasn't been hard. The only like downside, I can't even show you guys. I have this huge bruise on my injection site because I evidently did something wrong. And so I have a giant bruise, and that is not attractive. Other than that, like, it's really just been simple. And so again, this is only the lowest dose, so it's not too bad. And so I have my check-in, my quarterly check-in on, I think I said Thursday. So I'll take my weigh-in on Thursday and see how I did. Hopefully I got some body fat off. And I really, like, my scale is still messed up and broken, so I don't know how much I weigh. So I'm going in blind. I'm not really sure, but I'm hoping for the absolute best. And emotionally, I have not been doing as great. I'm just tired of like everything right now, and it just gets super old. Like, everything I just feel is like annoying. I have no idea what direction in my life. I just got off of therapy and just talking to my therapist about that. And then like I have more stressors with my car. I have my automotive class this weekend, and again, I'm having another mechanic saying, you probably shouldn't be driving your car based off of what's going on with it. And I'm like, yeah, I know that, but I don't have much of an option right now. So I'm a little bit stressed about all of that, and just trying to figure out, what am I going to do with my life? What do I want my life to look like? So making like bigger decisions, like nothing too crazy this week. And I'm continuing on my Whole30 journey. I haven't had sugar per se, other than like I accidentally grabbed the wrong like nut mix for my sweet potatoes, and it has like cane sugar in it, but I just have been doing a no sugar whatsoever, and that hasn't been like too hard. So I'm just gonna stay focused on that and working on my life. And I would say, like, the tips I would have for like if you're starting your GLP-1 journey is, number one, I think it's going to be relatively like simple. It's really not that big of a deal. I think the hardest part is probably just injecting yourself, and once you get that down, you'll be golden. But just staying really aware and conscious of your protein, that's like super critical, and making sure that you're lifting. And I just know people who have also been on GLP-1s and they've lost so much weight, but they look like a skeleton. And I just said, I don't want to look like a skeleton. I want to look like myself. I want to just look strong. And so my suggestion is, like, if you're not working out and you're not lifting weights, you got to do it. You just have to just do it, get it done. And if you need to find a trainer, whatever, but you got to lift weights and really challenge yourself, because you will lose that muscle mass. And it's just so critical for your overall well-being and health and all of that. Food wise, like, I feel like I had one night, I think it might have been Saturday, and I ended up having like pot stickers, like veggie pot stickers, and there's onions in there, and I ended up feeling like a little nauseous after eating that. But I don't know, I mean, that's the only time I think I've been nauseous. I really haven't had much of an issue whatsoever. And so my next tip is just, you know, if you're wanting to eat, just keep it really healthy. I don't really eat greasy food, honestly, so like it says you don't really need to change your diet, but honestly, like, have a healthy diet, eat well, like incorporate fiber, and protein. Those are your two main things to do, and change up your protein or you're going to get really annoyed with yourself and you're going to be so over it. So for me, it's just been like chicken, my protein shakes, and I just haven't been in the mood for eggs for whatever reason. So I've just been like, screw it, don't want eggs. And what else? Yeah, and then hydrate. Water is everything. So when I'm feeling fatigued and tired, I mostly feel that way because I'm not hydrating enough or I don't have enough protein. So 3 takeaways is just a healthy, nutritious diet, high in fiber and protein, and just make sure you hydrate. And then you have to get in the gym and lift weights to get stronger. So I just want to like encourage you guys. I'm sure I'll feel differently once my like dose goes up, but honestly right now I'm fine with it. And based off of my results so far, like for the first month, I'll have a check-in next week and be able to talk to you guys about that and what that looks like and how my results are and body fat and muscle mass, and hopefully it's all on the up and up because I have been killing myself the past couple of weeks working out. So anyways, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I have a video for you guys every week. I know this is a short one, but I don't know. I think the only thing I'm really struggling with is just like overall is not even like health and wellness. It's more like the mental game right now. I'm just not feeling it. And I am just like not sure what to do in life. And like, I'm just trying to get myself to be grounded, and I just haven't been super motivated to do a whole lot of things. So, you know, I have like, you know, a small trip plan, but like my car is kind of getting in the way of that. And that's kind of like really stressing me out. So other than that, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out anything else that I want to do in my life. And I was talking to my therapist about like kind of reframing kind of what life looks like, kind of like manipulating like what I wanted to do versus like what my life is now and what direction it can go. So I don't know, I've just been doing like a lot of walking and just thinking about life and what I want to do, and I'm really not sure. So if you guys have like any ideas about like ways that I can like, I'm trying to bring joy back in my life and I just haven't felt joyful. And so if you have any like fun ideas of how I can bring more joy in my life, more adventures on a budget, please make sure you leave me a comment because I would really like any help and any ideas whatsoever. So I'll see you guys next week on Wednesday, and make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
I create the wave. You flex on stories, I'm booked backstage. Big mood, no